Michelangelo took 4 years to paint the Sistine Chapel. It looks pretty good, but imagine how his hourly rate stunned the church when the bill came in. Well, no such problem with our next guest, who is a speed painter, Brad Blaze, who can create a true masterpiece in just a few minutes. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you all?
Welcome to the circle.
Yeah,
what
thanks.
on earth is speed painting? I've never heard of it.
I basically paint fast portraits in a couple of minutes.
Wow.
The audience has to try and guess who it is that I'm painting, I guess.
Okay, audience, you up for that? We want you to call it out when you see what... The thing is, Brad does a little trick where he leaves off the most important elements of the painting until the very last minute, so it's hard to guess. But can we just show some of your earlier work? I'll just keep talking to you while you paint.
Yeah, no worries.
You've got a few sort of signature pieces which you can do on request, including, I think we've got one of Donald Bradman.
Bradman.
Yeah,
that's right.
which is just
the
really...
legendary Don. Yeah.
And so you've painted Don how many times?
Oh, look, I've done it at a few corporate sporting events and things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's pretty easy to paint.
We've also seen Cary Grant.
Cary Grant.
I was thinking, what footballer is that? No, you're talking about a movie star.
Yeah, the movie stars. I've had a lot of movie stars like Marilyn Monroe and people like that. But and also I love the rock stars. So when you put the music on, you really get into it. You know, it's a lot of fun.
So say if you're painting Elvis, do you listen to Elvis?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I don't want to reveal who it is that I'm painting, so I wouldn't put Elvis on straight away.
Right.
But the music would generally go into Elvis at some point.
Have we got any guesses from the audience who this could be?
Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy?
Miss Piggy. Not as yet, no.
When did you discover that you could do this?
Look, I started when I was a kid, basically painting away.
Yep.
But I've just refined it over the years and things like that. Sorry to get any paint on you. I don't want to get any paint on you.
If you flick me, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I know.
I guess bringing the speed element in is kind of like a cool gimmick, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It is a gimmick, you know. So basically, you know, you try and guess who it is, and you know, people get bored after a couple of minutes of trying to, you know, watch a portrait being done. So that's why I do it really fast. So.
And can you do unfamous people?
Yeah, I paint a lot of CEOs and things like that. So. At different events and things like that, yeah. Anyone guess who it is yet? No, they haven't got a clue? That's good. I've got you.
Have you ever done one that nobody knew who it was?
No, they usually do come out good at the end.
Speaking of coming out good at the end, can I creep over this way? Hello. This is what we call a walk and talk in television. See, she can walk, she can talk.
We're going to let Brad keep painting there and see how you go and check in with you.
I feel like being channeled by Mr. Squiggle and saying, upside down, Miss Jane. Upside down. It's the only clue I'm going to give.
Okay, well,
Upside down.
I'm getting dizzy.
Oh,
He's very good. He was making donuts before, and now he's painting.
very clever. I still have no idea who it is. Wow. Now, I want to talk to you while we're waiting for this masterpiece to unfold, which is obviously not going to take very long.
No.
Do you feel concerned about the amount of hours that you work? Because there's been a study done recently, 10,000 people, and revealed Australians are becoming less happy about the amount of time they're spending in the office. 20% of Australians spend 50 hours or more a week, which is a lot.
It's a lot.
Do you think that people would love to spend less time at work, but they're just so under the pump with debt, standard of living? Why do you think Australians are working so hard?
Well, I think you sort of get into the whole vicious cycle of it. You stay an extra hour, you take on a few more jobs to keep your job, and then that's 10 hours a day at work. How many hours a week do you work, Kitty Flanagan?
Yeah, I was trying to be quiet because, well, I do 3 minutes a week on 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So that's 3 minutes. And if I'm doing shows, which I am coming up shortly at the Sydney Opera House, I'll be working an hour a day. Possibly an hour and a half if the show's going well. So I'm going to be absolutely knackered come August.
You're going to have to see a counsellor.
About 7 times I'm doing that, an hour and a half a day.
Wow, that's
come on, let's talk about your preparation though.
Yeah, that's another 10, 20 minutes on top of that. So I don't know how I managed to be here, to be honest.
Just talking about, you know, people doing work, sometimes I think that it's an excuse for not having much of a life, that people, you know, that they consume themselves with work. They waste a bit of time, or they embellish the tasks that need doing, just because if they were to knock off at the appropriate time, they'd realise all they've got is a cat and an empty fridge.
Yeah, that's a sad way to look at it.
Are you saying people just spend all day on the internet at work, though?
No,
pressing,
they do.
You know, screensaver when someone walks past?
Can we check back in with Brad and have a look at what... I know who it is!
Oh, that's
Julia
fabulous.
Gillard.
Love that. I love the
Oh,
nose.
I like her little black nose, like a Maltese terrier.
I like Brad Blake jumping up and down like that to fling.
Oh, she needs to
That
blow
is
a
amazing.
nose.
And that was literally in a few minutes.
Gosh, the
It
details
is amazing.
incredible.
Put your hands together for the amazing Brad Blake.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Still needs a bit of work, but we're working on it.
It looks incredible.
Great.
She just needs a tissue. She's got something coming out of her nose.
Maybe Marianne will have a tissue.